Well, well, well. Mm, mm, mm. Well, we're going to talk. We have a lot to talk about. Listen, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at It's King's World. It goes down on the Twitter. The people is mad at me, child. They called me all kind of names. They ready to come to my house. They beat me up. I said, well, you can't give an opinion on people's faves, can you? All right, child. The first things first, though, before we get into the foolishness. Ashley and Mia. Ashley and Mia come over to Mia's place. Mia asks Ashley how she doing. Ashley says she's doing all right. Ask about the divorce. Ashley tells the story about how she witnessed at one point, her mom is a single mom. And at one point, their stuff was out on the street because, her mom just couldn't make ends meet and that kind of stuff. And it was just a really rough time for them. And so she never wants that for her kids. So she's willing to put up with Gollum just for that. And, much respect to Mama Sheila and much love to Mama Sheila and Ashley. That is a really hard thing to do, to go through and to experience, especially for Sheila. So, but God's grace, y'all got through it, and they're both living relatively nice lives now. Unfortunately, most of us come from single parent households. Most Black people do, at least the ones I know. My mom was a single parent, but I had family around, my grandmother, cousins and stuff. We all kind of grew up in the same area. So we all, helped each other out and stuff like that. So, and I, always had a place to stay and everything like that. So, my heart goes out for Ashley for that. However, Ashley, what my heart don't go out to is, what have you done with your money? Ashley, you were on this show at least, 4 or 5 years before the babies came. So I don't understand. Were you giving Michael your money, Ashley? Please don't tell me you did. Like, was it Erica Jane that admitted that she gave the Girardi her money? I know you was not giving. I saw a tweet where somebody said that Ashley was giving Michael her money from being on the show for the restaurants. I hope that's not true. Ashley, I hope that's not true. If you're going to be a sugar baby, you need to play your role. You need to stack your cash. You need to send your cash to family members you trust and say, hold it for me. You need to do something because I just don't understand. You've been on the show for, like I said, 4 or 5 years before the babies came. What did you do with that money, Ashley? That's the one thing you're not saying. What happened to the money? Michael convinced you to invest in his stuff. Is that what happened? And you didn't secure nothing on your own, Ashley. You should have talked to Mia. I'm sure Mia, she's not going to have that same similar situation. I'm sure. She gives me professional hoties. And I just know, Ashley, whatever. Okay, so moving on to Chris and Candiace. They arguing, having their thing. She's giving him attitude. He's giving it a little back. Child, their whole argument is the fact that Candiace is not available. At one point, Chris was not available because he used to work all the time, but now that's no longer the case. Now it's Candiace that works all the time, and so now that's the problem and stuff. And so he just wants some of her time. But Candiace is on the Deep Space tour. She's doing her thing, which they're not even showing. They're not filming Candiace on her tour, nothing. So he's just like, yo, I just want to know, like, what's going on? What's tea? And is everything good? And, what's going on with the babies? And, they both have expressed that they want kids, but I just don't think that Candiace wants it right now because of how her career is going, etc. It's just a busy time. She talked about how the doctors found like a little lump or whatever on the side of her boob and stuff, but they said it's nothing wrong with it. It's not cancerous or anything. And so she was worried about that and kind of stressing and being annoying about that. And Chris is just like, well, just chill out and calm down. Yeah, they're just going through some stuff, but I don't think it's anything they can't like come back from. We've seen worse arguments between married people on these shows. Let me see. Wendy and Nneka, they finally meet up. Wendy looks super cute. And I like Nneka's blazer. That was cute too. They immediately got into the whole thing. Wendy was looking serious, like she didn't want to be bothered. Nneka said that your mom submitted my name to a shrine, and it got word that another African was coming on the show. And apparently Ivy, Wendy's sister, had a conversation with Lebe Onsu, which is Nneka's husband, cousin. And they were friends, and she was just saying she don't want to use Wendy's name for clout. Apparently this came from Wendy and blah, blah, blah. And Wendy was just like, look, you saying all this stuff about my mama, you called my mama a witch, you called me a B-word. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like what's tea? My mom said she didn't say it and she ain't had nothing to do with it. Ivy said that she ain't had nothing to do with it. And it's just like, what's tea and what's going on? And Nneka said, I apologize for calling your mom the name of a witch. And apparently this whole witch thing is big in the Nigerian culture and the whole thing. So I guess it's bigger to them than it is us, American folks. But either way, calling somebody's mama that name is very out of line and disrespectful. And so, I don't know. You know what? I've talked my crap about Nneka and a lot of the people, and I will continue to. But I actually kind of feel bad for Nneka. I feel like Nneka got the short end of the stick. I think that Nneka came in thinking a certain way. And let's be real. If this whole storyline with Wendy, and if the whole thing was like, somebody arguing? Child. Anyway, if we, the public, believed what Nneka was saying as it pertains to Wendy, it would be no issue. She would go with it. It'd be a whole drag out session. We know that. Same thing with Gizelle. If the majority of people believe what Gizelle said about Chris Bassett, she would go with it. She would drag it out. She'll be excited. She'll be happy, right? And a lot of people are just upset that the tides have now flipped, that the underdogs are now getting the justice that they deserve on the show, and the people is mad about it. Anyway, back to Nneka and Wendy. Yeah, Wendy ended up leaving, and she was just like, child, whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, so I don't know. We're gonna see. Okay, what else is going on? Grace, the beautiful Grace. Grace graduated, which is Gizelle's daughter, the oldest one. It was super cute. She's adorable. All the girls are beautiful. And it's very nice to see. I can't wait to see my little cousins graduate. I'm probably going to cry. Because they, have not had it easy. And so, yeah, it's going to be nice. But, so that happened. Gizelle mentioned, she was just like, oh, I'm sending you into this mean and nasty world and stuff. And, she was just like, I gave you all the tools and follow your gut and all the good stuff. And we watched her, and we watched the granddad say that I love all three of you, talking about his granddaughters, but you're my number one. And I just hope that he meant that you're my firstborn grandchild. I think that's what he meant. But Gizelle has a sister. I don't know if she has a brother or not, but I know she has a sister that we've never seen before. So I wonder if the sister has kids. I don't know. Anyway, but that's what he said. And, but Um, I don't know if this is true or not, but rest in peace to Gizelle's dad. I think he passed recently, allegedly. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry about it. But I think that's what I saw on Twitter, that Gizelle's dad had allegedly passed away. And rest in peace to him if that's the case. My goodness. She looks so much like him. But yeah, so that was it. Now, the post that got the girls in trouble, meaning me, is that I said on Twitter, I said that I love the fact that Gizelle. No, I said something like, it's funny how Gizelle is saying to Grace that you know, I'm sending you out into this mean and nasty world. And then I said she forgot to mention that she's one of the mean and nasty people in it. That's what I said, and the people got mad at me. The people, I mean, it's a whole spread, child. The people is ready to fight. They throwing tomatoes. But they don't get that I would not come off my chariot. And I said that, if you don't know why I said it, then clearly you're biased and you choose to see things your way, a certain way, and you operate under the world of how most of us have operated under. In sense of colorism, and how anything close to white, and white is the standard of beauty, you know, and it's deep, and it runs deep, and it's way deeper than Potomac. And this show is supposed to be lightweight and supposed to be fun and blah blah blah, but I mean, it deals with real issues, right? It's a reality show, right? We all know everything on a reality show is not completely real, but they market it as real, correct? Okay, so let's be real. And let's talk about some stuff, correct? Okay. So that's what I said. And I said that specifically pertaining to how Gizelle has treated these ladies on the show. If you don't know the history of Gizelle and what she has done to people on the show, then go back and watch it. But what I said, in my opinion, was warranted. It was. I was not speaking about Gizelle's parenting. I've always said Gizelle is an amazing mother. She is. I've always said that Gizelle has 3 amazing daughters. She does. I've always said that. But other than that, other than her being a great mom and having 3 great kids, that's it. That's the only nice thing I can say. And the people got mad. Gizelle has been mean and nasty to all these ladies on the show, majority, outside of Robyn. And she gave it to Robyn a little bit this season, only because, you know, they told her to. Because you can't deny what Robyn did last season. You know. In which they're still giving Robyn shit. Robyn hosted the whole trip to the Dominican Republic. Y'all chose boring Robyn. Robyn got on that bus and said, I ain't got no plans. We just gonna chill out. I said, well, hell. It's a Robyn's trip, baby. Because we remember the kickball event, the kids' day event that she didn't want Wendy's kids at. We remember how that turned out. Child, 2 buns, a hot dog, and water balloons. I said, girl, I ain't coming. It's too hot for this. And Lord have mercy. But yeah, child, of people got mad. Selective memory is amazing, isn't it? Everything. Gizelle could have ruined Chris's life. Y'all sit up here, some people sit up here and try to act like that's not a joke. Gizelle could have ruined that whole man's life. Like, come on. The stuff she's did to Monique. But, you know, I mean, come on. Making fun of Karen and her husband's tax issues and just all kinds of stuff that Gizelle has did to people on the show. And, you know, well, we can't talk about it because it's Gizelle. You know, and she's pretty and she deserves to be on the show simply because of that. All right, so what else is going on? Nneka, Mia, Robyn, they go soup shopping or whatever, and they go swimsuit shopping to DR, and they're talking and stuff, and Robyn asked Nneka what happened with Wendy, and she was like, oh, well, you know, we tried to meet up, but she, you know, it's not going anywhere. And Robyn was like, oh, because Wendy doesn't want it to go anywhere. She doesn't want y'all to move on. Just like you don't want to move on with Candiace. Just like Gizelle don't want to move on with Wendy or Candiace, Robyn. And you don't want to move on with Wendy either. Okay, it's the same thing. Like I said, Wendy can keep her beef with Nneka because Gizelle is going to keep her beef with Candiace and Wendy. So I don't care. Moving on. We get on the bus ride. Kiana is there as well. She looks so cute. She got her first confessional look. She's a pretty girl. Anyway, we get on the bus ride and the whole thing. They in DR. It's hot as can be. I went to DR in 2018 with some friends. It was a great time. I went to Potomac. I forgot the resort that we stayed at. It was lovely though. It was lovely. I ran into some issues at the club, child. The people was, certain places don't really be feeling the gays like that. And so some of them island places, y'all know what it gives. And so I had to, guard up a little bit, but my homegirl Faith, she had my back and everything. And I would never forget that, they stayed at the place. Karen told the story about 27 years ago, Ray went there, and he stayed at that particular resort, the Casa de Campo, and apparently it's where he goes to play. It's apparently where he goes to play golf and stuff, and he said apparently one time somebody answered the phone, and I was just like, well, whatever, Karen. It didn't sound right to me. I agree with Gizelle on that. It didn't sound right because it was just like, I didn't know the maids answered the phones, but maybe they do. I don't know. It's interesting. Even Kiana's man, she said that he comes here to DR. And we all know that Dr. Jackie's husband, Curtis, goes to DR. So DR is the spot, ain't it? They say you can get the girls over there young, child. That's what they say. I actually watched a documentary about something like that, about DR and old men's going over there and doing crazy things that they shouldn't be doing. And so I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but I'm just saying, like, that's what they say. I hear a lot of stuff about DR. I wouldn't know. I just went on a cute little vacation with some friends and had a good old time. I don't know about the ins and outs and all the things, but these husbands talk to each other. That's all I'm gonna say. So, and why you need to go all the way to DR to play golf? What's so great about the golf in DR that's not great about the golf across town? Okay. So anyway, we're gonna move on. We get to the place. It's a beautiful place. Robyn has the best room because it's her trip. In which the room was beautiful, but it was so unnecessarily spacious, especially for Robyn. What is Robyn gonna do? Lift weights in there? I don't know. It just wasn't. I don't know. But it had 4 single beds, 4 singles, 4 doubles. Okay, and it's 9 women, right? So some people had to share, whatever. I don't understand all these trips where we still fighting over rooms and who gets the best room. It's just so childish and just. Everybody is grown and Bigfoot women. Like, why is the people fight? Why can't everybody just get the same room and call it a day? I mean, I understand that may not be possible at certain places, like resorts or villas or whatever the tea is, but y'all can pay for everybody to get their own room. I just don't get it. And it's silly because it ended up, like I said, it was 4 single beds. And it was 4 double beds. Okay. So technically only one of them had to share a room. And everybody else had singles with an extra bed in there. So I'm just like, why not just have whatever? Ashley ended up giving her room to Karen. Karen and Ashley ended up getting into it pretty bad. It was funny. Karen and Robyn ended up getting into it pretty bad. And, Karen is about the only one that's giving it to Robyn the way that she deserves to be giving it to. I've never seen somebody literally lie about their whole life and barely give an apology, come back and film the next season, and gets away scot-free, and it's all good, and it's all fine and dandy. And nobody else is bringing it up. But it's amazing. It's amazing. The producers are something else, I tell you. So yeah, so that happened. Wendy and Candiace had good energy. They was chilling, having a good time. Wendy did a toast to Robyn as soon as she got in there. Nneka had some slick to say out her mouth like she always do about Wendy, and I'm just like, well, okay, Nneka. It's gonna be interesting, sis, when if you come back for next season. You know what? I wouldn't mind Nneka coming back next season, actually. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't mind it because I just want to see how things are gonna play out with Nneka. And plus, I'm tired of people coming on this show and then they only get one season and don't come back. Because they did a scholar wrong. I feel like a scholar definitely could have came back. And, Nneka has brought drama to the show. So I don't see why she wouldn't come back from that standpoint. But I mean, we'll see. Let me see. So after that, Gizelle has Robyn, Mia, and Ashley in her room, and she decides that she didn't like how Nneka apparently was coming for Gizelle. Well, how Karen was coming for Nneka, saying that she didn't stay in Potomac and stuff, and so she brought a sash for Nneka to crown her the new Queen of Potomac. And brought everybody together, and Ashley is blowing the horn and stuff, and crowned Nneka as the new Queen of Potomac, and yeah, we find out next week though none of them stay in Potomac. I think Nneka actually stays in Potomac, and Sharice is the only one that has stayed in Potomac, but apparently the rest of them either did or don't now or never did actually. The whole cast from all the seasons, child. And Katie, I think they say it stayed in Potomac, and maybe Monique. Katie, Monique, and Sharice, and now Nneka are the only 4 cast members ever a part of the show that have allegedly stayed in Potomac. Allegedly. But whatever. So she crowned that. Candiace walked off and was irritated by the whole thing. Candiace, look, I understand your gripes with Gizelle. But if you're going to be around her, you're going to have to not be so visibly irritated by her. And so visibly, like you just can't show that she rattles your soul that much. Yeah, so I don't know. We're going to see what it gives, child. But that was Potomac. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google+. Follow me at Iskins on Instagram and Twitter at Iskins89. Snapchat, Chiz King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App, PayPal, and TikTok. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later. Bye.